Have you ever stood over a really critical putt and felt that familiar frustration? Like your putter just has a mind of its own. You feel like you're fighting its every twist instead of just, well, flowing through the stroke. For years, like probably many of you listening, I've definitely had those moments on the green. Felt like I was battling the club, not the putt. So today, we're diving deep, really deep, into something pretty innovative in golf tech. We're looking at the TaylorMade Spider ZT putters and these big concepts, zero torque and lie angle balance. Our mission was to strip away the jargon, really break down what these terms actually mean for your game. We want to explain why they could genuinely be a game changer for your putting, and importantly, how you can feel this tech out for yourself. We've gone through all the key info, the research, to give you a shortcut to understanding this really crucial part of golf. Maybe, just maybe, we can help end that battle on the green. Okay, so let's unpack this whole torque thing first. When we talk about how putters behave, especially older ones, we often mention toe hang. Think about a classic blade putter. You know the type, like that iconic Wilson 8802. If you balance it on your finger right on the shaft, you'll see the toe just naturally drop down, points towards the ground. That design basically meant the putter head wanted to open on the backswing and close through impact. It had this built-in tendency to twist along the path.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here, the part that maybe isn't obvious, is that even with a lot of modern putters, maybe ones with less toe hang or even face balance mallets, golfers still react subconsciously to how that putter wants to move.
Subconsciously, so you don't even realize you're doing it.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's not about your skill level, not really. It's just an inherent thing in the design that forces you to compensate. Actually, some studies we looked at showed golfers might add like up to 3 degrees of extra loft at impact without knowing it.
3 degrees just to fight the twist.
Yeah, just trying to square it up. And then they blame their stroke for inconsistent roll when it might actually be the putter's design they're fighting. The putter's always trying to move a certain way, and you're reacting, often without even realizing the effort involved.
Okay, so if that's the problem with traditional putters, this inherent twist,
Okay.
how does zero torque fix that? This is where it gets really interesting, right?
Right. This is the core idea. The fundamental goal of zero torque is pretty much to eliminate that subconscious fight we were just talking about. So instead of the weight being distributed in a way that makes the toe want to swing open or closed, these putters are balanced very precisely, right around their central axis.
Like a balanced seesaw you mentioned.
Exactly like that.
Okay.
Imagine a seesaw that stays perfectly level no matter how you tip it. That's the kind of toe-up, torque-neutral design we're talking about. It helps the putter face stay square to your path with minimal effort from you. So it lets the putter just flow naturally on plane. You're not fighting its built-in tendencies. It's specifically engineered, actually, to move best at a 70-degree shaft lie angle.
70 degrees. That specific number.
Yeah.
It isn't just random, is it? Does that mean golfers who maybe putt with a flatter setup might have a bit of a learning curve? Or does the design itself kind of nudge you towards that more upright posture?
That's a really good question. So the 70-degree angle isn't arbitrary now. It encourages this natural, almost vertical stroke path. And that path is precisely what minimizes the putter's tendency to twist. It helps it stay on plane almost effortlessly.
Okay, so it helps you make the stroke the putter is designed for.
Exactly. And while, yeah, it might feel a little different at first if you're used to a much flatter lie angle, the putter's design actually promotes that more upright, athletic setup. It tends to feel pretty intuitive quite quickly for most people. And, this whole idea, lie angle balanced, zero torque putters, it isn't brand new. It's actually been evolving out there in the market for a while now. TaylorMade's now really jumping into this space with their own distinct take.
Right, and TaylorMade's approach involves 3 distinct Spider Z2 models. You've got the conventional length, a mid-length, and then the long putter. And what seems cool is they all share some pretty smart design ideas focused on stability, consistency.
Yeah, definitely. All the ZT models, they're designed to keep that putter head, toe up, and torque neutral. That's the foundation.
And they all have that 3mm pure roll insert.
Correct. That's engineered specifically to get the ball rolling end over end better. Less skid, more true roll.
You also see those signature wings on the back of the putter heads?
Yeah, the wings. They really do contribute to that whole Spider family stability thing. Helps a lot on mishits, keeps performance solid, even if you don't strike it perfectly center.
Okay, and one more shared feature, the KBS Tour GPS shaft. What's the deal with that?
Right, the GPS shaft. GPS stands for Gravity Performance System. Basically, the shaft itself isn't just a tube. It's strategically weighted.
Sure.
There's specific mass distribution near the head and also up near the butt end.
Ah, so it's counterbalanced within the shaft itself.
Sort of, yeah. It enhances the overall stability and works together with the head's torque-neutral design. It complements the whole system.
Okay, let's look at the conventional length model first. What stands out there?
The one thing that works really well, even though TaylorMade doesn't shout about it too much, is the contrast alignment.
Contrast alignment, how does that work?
It's that silver edge on the top line of the putter. It makes it really easy to square the face up, especially if you use something like a chalk line for practice. It gives you a clear visual cue. We've seen top players, like Jason Day, for instance, use similar visual aids for precision alignment.
Okay, so alignment is easier. What about the feel?
It gives you a more traditional kind of feel at address, but with all those torque-neutral stability benefits baked in. It's probably good for golfers who want that simpler look, that pure feel, but still demand that rock-solid stability, especially on shorter, must-make putts.
And it's center shafted too, right?
Yes, exactly. The shaft goes directly into the center of the putter head, which aligns perfectly with the center of gravity. That maximizes the balance.
Okay, so the conventional model gives you that familiar shape, but with new tech stability. What about the mid-length and the counterbalanced options? Who are they really for?
These are really useful if you're maybe a bit taller, or perhaps you have a unique putting posture. They give you more adjustability. Critically, with the lie angle, you can tweak that.
And the counterbalancing.
Right, they have extra mass built into the grip area.
Mm.
That really helps smooth out your tempo, takes the hit out of the stroke. And another thing, if you grip down lower on that longer grip, it can actually make the putter head feel a bit lighter, if that's your preference.
Ah, interesting. So you can fine-tune the feel.
Precisely. These models come with multiple weight options, so you can really dial in the balance to exactly how you like it, all while keeping that core, toe-up, torque-neutral design.
You know, speaking of different lengths,
Uh-huh.
for years, the whole idea of a long putter just seemed, well, alien to me, never felt right. But I have to admit, trying this TaylorMade Spider ZT long putter,
Mm-hmm.
it was genuinely eye-opening. So much so, actually, that it's now earned a permanent spot in my bag, which is something I never thought I'd say.
Wow, that's quite the endorsement, especially from someone who wasn't a fan of long putters. And I think that really speaks volumes about how that combination, the zero torque, the lie angle balance, especially when you pair it with a good athletic posture,
Hmm.
it just makes a huge difference.
It really felt different, more stable, less fight.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Because the putter wants to move more vertically, and it doesn't have that internal twist fighting you. It just becomes noticeably easier to control those three absolute key variables in putting.
Which are?
Loft, how the ball launches off the face. Lie angle the shaft relative to the ground. And, probably most critical, face angle at impact.
Yeah.
That's your direction control.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I found if you get it sized correctly so you can maintain that athletic setup, this long model just offers way more control than I expected. Plus, it has that extra mass in the back, that soft insert. It felt incredibly intuitive, surprisingly quickly.
That intuitiveness is key. It shouldn't feel like you're operating machinery.
Okay, so we've talked about the tech. What does this all mean for you, the listener? How can you actually test this out and feel that zero torque difference? For the conventional length putters, maybe start simple. Test them on short putts first. Use a chalk line, maybe, get a straight line reference, and align that leading edge. Really focus on just feeling that lack of twist, that zero torque sensation.
Yeah, feel is everything initially.
And don't ignore those visual aids, like the contrasting edges. Use them to help get that face square time after time, build that consistency. And for the long putters, any tips there?
With the long putter, I'd say start with short, maybe high-pressure putts, like 3 to 5 footers. Build some confidence first. Then, once you feel comfortable, gradually work your way out to longer distances in practice.
That makes sense. Build confidence from short range.
But this does raise an important point. You really do need to invest a little time to truly feel the difference this technology offers, especially if you're very used to a short putter, maybe one with a lot of toe hang. You've likely been compensating for years without realizing it.
Right, breaking old habits.
Exactly. But the potential payoff that added confidence on the greens, it makes that little bit of adjustment time totally worth it, I think. It's like switching from trying to draw a straight line with a wobbly pencil to one that's perfectly weighted and balanced. The adjustment period leads to much straighter lines in the end.
It's definitely clear that the pros, guys like Lucas Glover, Adam Scott, they obsess over these tiny details in putting. But for the average golfer, does simplifying things this way, this sort of hands-off approach. Does it mean you might lose some of that subtle feel you've maybe developed over years?
It's a common concern, but actually, no, not really. In fact, I'd argue it often enhances your feel. Think about Glover. He's known for using very specific forearm cues to control his face and path. Or Adam Scott, who's just renowned for that incredibly precise athletic setup and balance over the ball.
Okay.
These putters actually promote getting your eyes directly over the ball, getting your body in sync. It encourages a more natural, more effective stroke. Essentially, they remove the fight. So you can actually focus more on reading the green, dialing in your speed, you know, the things that require real feel.
So it's not about losing feel, it's about making your feel more effective because you're not battling the putter itself.
Precisely. You're not wasting feel just trying to keep the face square.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're ready to combine that balanced feel and modern tech for a more consistent stroke. The Spider ZT line is definitely something worth exploring.
Yeah, it really does seem like this technology isn't just, a fleeting trend. It feels like it offers a genuinely smarter, maybe more consistent way to putt. It's like a true performance tool,
Hmm.
integrating balance, feel, and that modern design. Addresses a core problem many of us have struggled with for ages.
And here's the best part, I think. Anyone really, anyone, regardless of your handicap or skill level, can potentially benefit from mastering these fundamental concepts. You don't need to have tour-level skills to become a more confident, more consistent putter.
You just need the right tools.
You just need the right tools that allow your natural stroke to actually come through without having to constantly fight the club itself.
Okay, so let's recap quickly. The core benefit, the takeaway for these TaylorMade Spider ZT putters with their zero torque and lie angle balance, it's basically this. They simplify your stroke. They aim to eliminate that subconscious battle you might be having with your putter. They enhance your control over those crucial variables, loft, lie, face angle. And ultimately, the goal is to build your confidence where it counts most on the green. So here's a final thought to chew on. If getting rid of a subconscious reaction to how your putter is designed could unlock, a whole new level of consistency in your golf game, what other hidden compensations might be holding you back? Maybe in different areas of your life or how you learn things. How might you identify those and address them to unlock new levels of performance or understanding? We'd encourage you to think about how applying this principle, simplifying input, removing unnecessary reactions could maybe benefit you way beyond the golf course.